Hey everybody, this is Jim at sp500chart.com. It is about 4:05 on August 21st, 2014. We're looking at a new all-time high in the S&P, but not by much. And I just want to talk to you briefly before I head out here. I probably will not post this until later tonight. So it's just a few minutes after the market close. But here's the deal. This is still really kind of interesting the way we're hanging to the top side of this rising line that has shown itself as resistance. It's almost a little disconcerting, you see, because we got up above that line and now we're just in this very slow, extremely non-volatile melt-up. And I don't know any other way to put this other than that just doesn't look right to my eyes, for what it's worth. I would much rather seen us come up to this resistance line, sell back down to support, then make another leg up, because that's the natural respiration of the markets. Okay, think of it like cash is air and the markets are lungs. We go here, we take a breath in, then we exhale. We take a breath in, then we exhale a little bit more quickly. Then we take a breath in, and we keep breathing in. You get the picture. You get the feeling that this would create the potential for a big expulsion at some point, for a big breath out. And I hope I'm wrong on that, but that's the feeling I get whenever I see this kind of strange, low volatile melt up along a rising resistance line. So I'll be honest with you, there's nothing really much more than I can say. Because as you look at that, you say, well, where are the technical features? Well, if you want to get really, really picky, I guess you could say, well, we start back here. We'll draw a little trend line there. Okay. Then we'll make a parallel to that, and I bet we're going to find a match pretty close. So if you want to keep that in mind, that's fine. But what is the width of that line is what, about 7 to 8 points, roughly at these levels, maybe a little bit more than 1/3%. That's shallow breathing, if you will. That's the market going instead of okay. So all I can say is if there is a line beneath us, support. If there's a line above us, resistance. I will add this, just by way of a reminder. You cannot count on a broken, rising resistance line, a rising line that breaks out to the top. You cannot count on that line effectively flipping to support, the same way you can think about a descending resistance line in a downtrend flipping to support. So, guys, I'm interested if you've got any ideas, but I'm just kind of looking at this and I'm saying the past, we had reason to expect 1984. That made perfect sense. But what we've seen for the past um, 2 days, 3 days is just a little odd in its appearance. So I'm ready and expecting some downdraft at some point that would probably give up a good 20 to 24, 25 points on the S&P, to come down and to challenge some of these lines down here. Possibly we could get support from this old neckline. Remember, this used to be support, but that triple top met its objective when it got down to about 1916, 1915 or something like that. So I think this line is probably not as critical as it once was, because the selling pressure that developed in that triple top has effectively been dissipated in all of the time that we spent underneath that neckline. As a matter of fact, one of these days it might be interesting to do a study and measure the area of tops. In other words, just measure how much space is here, how many shares traded in that space, and then measure the area of this reactive pattern right here, and how many shares traded per area. That might be an interesting thing for some statistician to do, but that's probably above my pay grade. So guys, let's just keep an eye on it. If we do come back down into this channel, I would hope that we would get support on this rising support line. And if not there, then possibly a little higher at that old neckline. But hey, congratulations to longs, to those of you who trusted that inverted head and shoulders pattern. You got your target plus a little bonus. I'm just going to watch this really carefully to see what signal we may get coming up next. Frankly, I'm expecting some downward pressure here at some point. I think, frankly, I would have liked to have seen it at about 1984. I mentioned that yesterday, how nice it would have been to get a little breather to form that right inverted shoulder in another inverted head and shoulders pattern. We still could be looking at that. It's just that if so, then the formation of the head would be in a slightly inclined neckline. But again, that's kind of very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Highly speculative at this point. So guys, tell you what, I'm going to do one more quick little thing here, just to satisfy my curiosity. Let's put that there and put this there. Okay? Let's just see what happens, if anything happens at that point in the next day or so. Hey guys, appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch the video. I really appreciate your support. Take care.